You know, I challenge new listeners listening out there on AM and FMs across the country or on the internet at Infowars.com. There are archives of this show on the web going back more than 10 years. Just Google Alex Jones Radio 2000, 2002, 2004, 2005. And I laid out exactly how they would implode the derivatives, how they would give the banks unlimited governmental power, how they would then call for a world solution, the banks being given global government power. They're even calling it a new world order now. And then exactly what I said would happen has now happened. Why? I have the IMF and World Bank documents. We published them. We posted them. We talked about it. We know what we're talking about here. All right, look, I'm going to rampage through your calls. I'm going to play this clip of a psycho, a schizophrenic, beating a toddler to death. It's coming up later. Beating a toddler to death. And people just drive by and nobody stopped to help. And again, this issue goes to everything we're facing as a society, so that's coming up. Jim in Syracuse, I guess that's in New York. You're on the air. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, Alex. Hey, I listen to your show every day. Actually, I listen to all the GCN shows every day. I'm a member of the Prison Clan. I got all your movies. And, wow. All I can say is, wow. It's on the news every day. New world order this, new world government, new world currency.
And I'm still being laughed at.
Yeah, well...
it's funny. Ha ha, yeah, great.
Around in April, I told my dad, I work with my dad, I told him and a guy, we were talking, I told him, around October we're going to find out that our government is bankrupt. And, oh, boy, they had such a hearty, even though I knew it then, they had a hearty laugh, and they were almost rolling on the ground. But
yeah, they laugh at anybody that tells them they have a responsibility. Go ahead.
That's two converts. They are. Anyways,
So they woke up after it happened.
Good men will be good men, Alex. You're a good man. I'm a good man. And all I can say about a woman being raped or a baby being beaten, not on my shift. I don't care. I'd stop it. I don't care if it was a cop with a gun. You're not going to rape a woman around me. A good man is a good man, regardless of the New World Order.
Well, now they're even griping at the cops. Finally, cops landed in a helicopter, and the guy was still stomping, so they shot him, and then they criticized that. They should have shot the piece of filth. But the point is that what happened to us as a country? This could never have happened. We had so much wealth and so much liberty because we wouldn't put up with being slaves. People knew government was bad. They knew it was bad to have it become big. But you're saying your dad and the guy that he works with, that you warned about the banks months before it happened, they now woke up.
Yes, they did.
Well, you ought to go give them the video. You ought to go give them the video clips that are on YouTube of where I was warning on Austin TV months before 9/11, saying the government's going to blow up the World Trade Centers and blame it on bin Laden. Give them that and see what they say. Folks, we know what's going to happen, okay? I'm telling you, they're already poisoning your water and your food. The average person in government isn't aware and isn't involved, okay? It's compartmentalized. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. Go to the documents. Chad in Canada, you're on the air, Chad.
Hi there, Alex. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling.
First-time caller. Now, you mentioned fluoride, and I'd like to basically, state some credibility here. I have a degree in chemistry and biology from Laurentian University up here in Canada. And I'd like to point out to your listeners that fluoride is actually deposited in all glands, but more so in the pineal gland, up to 21,000 parts per million than any other tissue in the body, including teeth and bone.
And they, of course, call that gland the seat of the soul.
That's right. Even in my own Catholic religion, they call that the seat of the soul, the eye of Horus. And, it's interesting.
Well, it regulates the other hormones involved in
serotonin and melanin. That's right. And also, our amphibian friends actually have a retina and a crystal and attached to this hormone that's seated in the both hemispheres of our brain.
Well, sodium fluoride attacks all the glands, all the bones, and over 90% of EPA scientists and toxicologists 2 years ago, I've had the head guy on, signed a letter to the head of the EPA saying we've got to get this out of the water. It's toxic poison.
That's right, and it's also thanks recently to the very meticulous research of Dr. Jennifer Luke from the University of Surrey in England that states this, that the pineal gland is attacked the most by the fluoride. And you ever get that feeling you're thinking of somebody and bang, they call? That's your psychic sense that's responsible for this. signal of that person who's thinking of you, and bang, they call him. And this is what they're attacking. They basically want to change the psychic awareness of the human nature.
Well, I know this. You make great points. I know this. Most of the studies show a 20-point IQ reduction. Some studies show higher, some show lower, but there's literally thousands of studies on fluoride. On average, the IQ studies, just Google it. Just type IQ reduction fluoride. You'll be reading mainline government stuff. Now, listen, in the 50s, we had widespread fluoridization by about 6% of the country. Now it's about 70%. And they found very quickly on horse farms and cattle farms to not give them fluoridated water because it was killing them. And I've got a bunch of news articles about that now. I mean, it kills the horses and cows, folks. That's just so incredible. Thank you so much for the call, sir. I appreciate it. I'm cutting all these great callers off so I have a chance to get to everybody. Bobby in California, you're on the air, Bobby.
Hi. First, I tell everyone that cell phone, or I now refer to my cell phone as a cancer phone. Like, pass me my cancer phone, or can I use your cancer phone? And I think one should do this, just like cigarettes are cancer, people call them cancer sticks. And statistically, people are better off smoking 2 packs of cigarettes than putting their cell phone up to their head.
That was a huge British study by the government, came out about a month ago. Yeah, they found that regular cell phone use, I forget how many hours it said a month, but it was moderate, is more dangerous than a heavy smoker.
And people are crazy. They should only use speakerphone. Don't put that thing up to your head.
Well, the scientists, the brain surgeons and people even have names now for the specific cell phone tumor you get.
Yeah.
And it's always on the side of the head you tend to use the phone on.
Yeah, and I had an idea maybe for the future, like maybe in the Prison Planet forum, maybe you could someone could post all the propositions and throughout all the states, and maybe your listeners could go through and vote whether they think is anti-New World Order or pro-New World Order, but just in the future. But another thing, I had a problem with Webster Tarpley. I think he kind of oversimplifies everything, and he says that Barack Obama has been the chosen one, and Hillary Clinton was the chosen one. She's the one that was meeting with Rupert Murdoch every day.
No, I mean, you're certainly right that a lot of big support for her from the system. But, I mean, Barack Obama is raising money almost 2-to-1 against McCain. Again, 3 times the Wall Street money that McCain got. And I'm not saying go vote for McCain, folks. The point is the establishment's going to put in who they want coming up Tuesday. And regardless, I mean, here's what's scary about Barack Obama. He's calling for this 1 million-man spy force of high schoolers to spy on their parents, and we played the clip in the first hour. He's running 30-minute infomercials where he's called the chosen one and the savior of the world. They're writing editorials calling him the Messiah. And, I mean, any time I see people being called the Messiah, I get really upset and I get really worried. So I just feel sorry for black folks because a lot of them are very proud and very happy and thinking, man, this will bring a bunch of equality. It's not. He's an evil globalist, so it's going to be blamed on black folks when it has nothing to do with color. And he's going to get so much through of the New World Order agenda. The left is sick of George Bush for 8 years. Now the globalists give us a leftist. Then we'll get sick of him. They'll give us a right-winger. They're not left-wing or right-wing in their actual actions. I'm Alex Jones. 30 more minutes of hard-hitting information right after this quick news break for stations out there. Stay with me. The websites, again, are Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Join us in the Second American Revolution against dehumanization and tyranny. We'll be right back.